Hey everyone, Angelo here, homeless filmmaker in LA. Living in my car for 2 years now, and just finished up my hobo streets shower while some truck, big old truck, was like pulling up behind me. I'm like, what the hell? They're getting really close. They were doing a U-turn. Today is almost a month since I've joined my job, warehouse job for deliveries, and by far the most stressful thing, but I'm just trying to keep it under control. I am keeping it under control. Exercise helps. Is the Trump virus issue. You all know what I'm talking about. It used to have an old word for it. They stopped calling it that. They called it the Trump virus, especially since Trump gave it to like 30 or 40 people himself. Last month, 3 people tested positive for it. Yesterday, another person did. We were all notified. I've warned repeatedly and repeatedly to the point where they're basically brushing me off. Human Resources does not seem to be returning my calls. I've talked to managers. I've talked to all sorts of people in the company. They are not enforcing mask compliance. Oh, they assured me they would. They said their rules demand it. I know their rules demand it because I've read the safety book and I've read the employee handbook. I got calluses all over my... from handling boxes and stuff. And not only another infection, anybody who cares has no power. They're like, oh, well, what are you going to do? You know, I mean, talk to somebody else. I'm like, I've talked to everybody. And today I counted a billion dead skin cells coming off my finger. I counted, I'm just looking for deodorant, whatever, 21 people not wearing their masks, or not wearing them properly, or taking them off throughout the day. And I only counted 21 for 2 reasons. One, I'm only in one section of the warehouse. I can't keep track, I can't see into other parts. It's a big warehouse. And actually, I don't know, as far as warehouses go, is it really that big, or are there like warehouses like 10 times as big as this? Gotta get my hobo funk off me and get clean. But I counted 21, both because I could only see from a certain vantage point at my station, and because I only started counting well after lunch started, or well after lunch ended. I tried telling someone about it, a higher up. I don't know what happened, but another person responsible for making people comply took off their mask and was just talking loudly to people at one point. And it always makes me nervous, even with my face shield and my mask, which does not come off throughout my shift. And I wiped it down with antiseptic stuff. But I don't know what to do. People don't listen. They're brushing my concerns under the rug. And so I'm just trying to be healthy for myself, do what I can, take my magnesium supplements and zinc, vitamin C, wear my mask and face shield. I would think they're a little more concerned after another person tested positive. Damn it, why can't I block out the light properly so it doesn't like darken my face too much because the camera sensor can't handle the difference in contrast. I'm trying to get the very last of this protein drink. I get all this stuff from the food bank. I don't pay full price for this. Oh, I got an orange. I forgot about that. Because it can distress me terribly. One, not just the problem of potentially getting the Trump virus, but even more than that, the sort of soft lying of like, yeah, we're going to do something about it. This is our policy. People have to have masks. and then not do anything about it, and then not treat me like a human when I'm talking about it like it's a serious issue and not like just my personal concern or dislike for someone's fashion sense. Anyways, so that's that on that topic. What else do I have to talk about? It's helpful to exercise throughout the day. Also, I'm eating healthy. I found this place that, oh man, they have great seafood that's pretty cheap. So, yeah, I'm getting food there. Salmon salad and stuff. I had a salmon sandwich yesterday, but I didn't eat a bunch of the bread on it because it was a big bun. Still struggling to lose weight. What helped actually this afternoon more than anything is... Damn it, this thing's jutting into my nose right here. Is doing pull-ups and dips at the park. Like doing some exercise, it helped. I think I'm going to do some push-ups and squats before I go to sleep. And for 2 days, I didn't do them. I was just feeling crappy, but I'm like, I got to do them. I'll feel better if I do them. I did this morning. It helped. It felt a lot better. It feels better to take control of my life, exercise some. Not worry so unendingly, which is very easy for me to do. I'm going to wring out my wet clothes. I showered in them. Oh, my face burns from shaving with that cheap razor. Cheap razor? Worn out razor. I used it like 3 or 4 times, so that makes it worn out. So exercise helps. Ironically, I'm considering calling the phone line. I think you got to pay for it though. I don't know if I want to do that. For like to talk to someone that my job gave, because you know they know these are tough times and all, but I'm like, no, it's not my style anymore. I don't really need that. It's a great thing, not my style anymore. I don't need it. I wring out the water from my shirt, and then I don't have to wash it. It's already washed. Also, if you donate blood to the Red Cross in particular, I'm sure a lot of other places, if you donate blood, they test your blood for Trump virus antibodies, which means if you've had the Trump virus in the past, especially if, say, you know, you can't necessarily know if you had it. It might not show up on tests. You may not have had symptoms. But if you want to know if you've had it, one, to monitor your own health, because it can have long-term health consequences. Another reason my job should take it seriously. But two, to see if you have antibodies for it in your blood. They test for the antibodies. If you do, you could be a good candidate for donating plasma. I don't know why it's called convalescent plasma. That, to me, it always sounds like convalescent means like late. It's like too late. But I don't know. I'm wearing the mask because I'm sticking my head out the door to wring out my clothes in case anybody walks by my car. A lot of people walk by my car. I'm just a popular guy. But you could be a good candidate to donate plasma to go to current Trump virus patients because it can help with their treatment. And also, if you donate plasma, you can do it a lot more frequently than you donate blood. You can, a lot of places will either give like gift cards or they'll just pay you for it. So check, you know, they need that stuff. Obviously, a ton of people are getting it. LA, as well as California, is basically in a statewide shutdown. The rules are all confused and it's not really enforced in many ways, but that's a good thing to do. So I got tested. I was negative. I was pleased to see that. And I encourage employees at workplaces, even at good workplaces, whatever, try not to go it alone when reporting stuff. It helps a lot more to do it with other employees. talk to other people, find out their concerns about the job, their needs, and then it can help even more to speak up. It's a tough thing to do, to get people to do that. You gotta decide how you're gonna go about it. These are the shorts I shower in. Like soccer shorts, the inside have been cut out. I forget if I cut them out. I think I did. Like, you see it's kind of ripped up here? I think I cut them out because they were annoying. Or did somebody else, and I bought it at a thrift store. I know I bought it at a thrift store in Virginia. But you gotta talk to other coworkers to really have the best chance of getting change done, because now, before what I was doing was working, was getting changed. Now what they're doing is working, which is just ignoring me, brushing me off. Oh yeah, there's Angelo with a complaint. Okay, yeah, I'll address it. And pretty much nothing happens, or very little. So, that said, also, oh, this is interesting. I've got all kinds of interesting stuff to talk about today. Frank Serpico. Alright, I'll say that again. Frank Serpico, the New York City police officer who was portrayed by Al Pacino in the Sidney Lumet film, fantastic film, Serpico, who got shot, and the police basically set him up in that situation to get killed, and the New York City Police Department lied about it and gave medals to the people who left him to die. And anyways, Frank Serpico is on Twitter. He still talks about police corruption and cover-ups and killings, and he was today talking about the killing of a black man, I believe, who was holding a sandwich. I think that was a situation, and that did happen recently. I mean, police said they thought he was holding a gun. He was holding a sandwich, a Subway sandwich. But anyways, I shared it, and not to make it about me or anything, but it was really cool. Like, he's on Twitter. He responded to me. He's like, yeah, the police lied just like he said. They lied just like they lied about. They continue to lie to this day about me after I got shot. I'm like, holy crap! Like, man, you talk about pressure and being singled out and isolated. He went through hell, I'm sure. Can only imagine if it feels this unpleasant to report what I'm doing, and I'm not even getting any like. People following me around or anything, or it's funny, if people tried following me around and filming me, I would just film myself and film them back. But he's on Twitter. You can follow him, interact with him, talk to him. Who knows how long he'll be around. He's getting up there. He's an older guy. And I'm sure he's had lifelong side consequences from being shot in the face. So there you go. You talk stress and someone who's been through hell. Check him out. My finger hurts now from peeling off all that dead skin. Anyways, I'm holding it together. I'm doing all right. Everybody keep up with what I'm doing. I think that's what we should do. I wish this could just be, I take it back. I don't wish to change anything. It's just, I thought I was going to get a job where, I'll just be miserable or whatever and work and save up money for my film gear. I'd potentially like a Blackmagic 6K pocket cinema camera. I'll see. By the time I have the money to actually get a camera and the hard drives and memory cards and lenses and the cage for it and microphones and laptop and editing software to upgrade all that stuff, I'll see what's around. Maybe it'll be that. I'm eyeing that because it just seems like a really good deal and very user friendly. I've been around a Blackmagic 4K, very similar, or potentially another one if there's something else out that seems like a better option. But I thought it would just be a straightforward, simple thing, and now it's like a constant dilemma of trying to keep myself safe and other people safe, and not being like, it's when people say they're going to do one thing and do another, that right there, that to me is not, I don't want to say anything strong about it. I don't know. It's just, that to me, that's not, yeah, I don't want to say anything strong about it. I don't know. It'll make me dissociate. It's weird, my triggers for my dissociative disorder, which is getting better overall. But if you say something, you should follow through with it. That's what I'm saying. That's all. Oftentimes, the most modest way of putting something is the most effective. If you say something, you should follow through with it. If you say this is your policy, follow through with it. Don't make others like agree like to this like quiet lie that we're both saying, like, oh, you don't really believe that, and you want me to accept that you're like pushing me not to push you on to, you know, follow through on what you said. Oh, okay, I'll do that. That is, you know, so low. And all kinds of people do it. It doesn't take necessarily a totally reprehensible person to do it. It takes kind of a normal person to do it. But I'm trying to change that. We'll see. All right, I got to do some more exercise, fill up my water bottles, my showering bottles. I accidentally dropped this in the street. I got a bunch of dirt on it. And then try and get to sleep.